So this is your personal Pilates program. I have included some things that I think will be really useful for you. I hope that you agree. One of them is the foam roller, which I know the foam roller is not usually your friend. But the goals of this program are to work on that sort of chronic buttock hamstring soreness that you've had in sitting, okay? I haven't really spoke to you personally for a while. I'll be delighted if it's resolved, but if it hasn't, there's a lot of the program is geared towards this. Now, I've also done some tough little sections of core strength, and I've included some work with weights for the arms, okay? So if you have little small dumbbells at home, great. If not, you can use, some tins of beans or whatever. These are similar to what we use in the studio, those blue balls that we have sometimes, but these are 2 kilograms, okay? I bought them in my favourite shop, Mr. Price in Tala. So it's quite tough doing some of the things with these. I think for you, you're looking to work on toning and strength sometimes, and you can probably manage a good bit of it with the arms. The only thing I would say about these is the size of them. My hands are quite small and it's quite hard to get my hand around them sometimes, but these are 2 kilos. If you're interested in getting them, they're $4.99 each out of Mr. Price, or whatever you've got at home. Don't be running out buying lots of stuff. That's not what I'm saying, but you get the idea. And for one of the exercises where I put this in behind the back of my knee, that's fine if you have them, but if not, it's the action of holding it there rather than the weight that's important. So you can always just use anything rolled up in a ball, pair of socks rolled up in a ball behind there, okay, that you're just maintaining that action of keeping it in place is what's important. So all in all, you need a foam roller, some weights of some sort, and maybe a pair of socks, okay? And the first few minutes is going to be just on the foam roller, okay? So let's give it a try. I've got a short one, like you, okay? Don't worry about that, that's nothing. Just the inside of it. And you're just going to perch onto it, okay? So yeah, it's a little bit more awkward on the short ones, but it's totally doable. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay, and we're just going to do a little bit of rocking back and forth sort of on the pitch, if you like, okay? Now, if it's really, really uncomfortable, put one hand down and just do this sort of thing where you're taking a bit of the weight off the bum and you're rolling back and forth, okay? But you want to feel like, you're getting in there a little bit. So you're just going to do both sides, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We'll give this about another 10 seconds. A little bit of discomfort is okay, but no sharp pain, okay? So if it's really sharp, take a bit of the weight off. Now, can you bend one leg, okay? And now you're going to sort of lean over to the one side and repeat the same thing, but just more on that one side of your bottom, okay? It's not going to be a big movement. You're literally just rocking back and forth here. And then we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. So you're on that one side still. Flex and point your foot. Point. There'll be a little bit of movement. That's okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, leave the foot pulled up towards you if you can. Okay. And you're just going to really let yourself slump and then arch a bit and then slump, arch. Just one more. Arch. Okay. Now change sides. So this leg is bent and you're more leaning forward onto this, leaning to one side. And we'll do half a minute on this side, just rolling back and forth. So it should be effortless and not too awful, okay? Keep it going. And you know, you might come off it, back on, get into the points that you feel you need to. You're nearly there. And then just pause, perched onto it. Flex and point. 4, 3, 2, last one, keep the foot pulled up. Just 3 times slump. You can let your chin in. Arch, stick your chest out. Slump, like a punch in the belly. Arch, stick your belly button out. Slump, and arch, and coming back. Okay, now you're going to let the foam roller get under you a little bit more. So it's not really your bum, it's sort of under the fold, the crease of where your bottom would finish. And that's the top of where your hamstrings would be, okay? And you're going to do this. I've only got my wee short arms, and I'm going to put my tins down here to use as like little props for myself. Okay, and again, you're just doing this little bit of a roll back and forth. Now, I think this might be where your tender spot is. Okay, so just take it easy. Now, you can see I'm pretty slumped forward. I'm doing that on purpose, okay? So let yourself be quite rounded, okay? And then take the pressure off by coming up a bit taller and putting your hands behind you if you can a little bit, and repeat just the same sort of rolling back and forth. Now again, a little discomfort is okay, but if it's just really exquisite tenderness, then that's really not what we're after, okay? Then 1 foot, okay, and you're going to let yourself come back. So 1 foot is bent, and you're going to let yourself bum right the way down behind it, and then come all the way up, okay? So a little bit of work for your arms here. It's like you're on a swing. Swing back, swing forwards. So we're rolling all the way down the back of the hamstring. You're not quite going to the crease of your knee, but you're heading in that direction. And when you get back, you can sit down, take the pressure off your arms, otherwise it's too hard. 1 more, and changing sides. Right. Yeah, so up to underneath the fold of your bottom and back down just above the crease of the knee. Yep, so this, we're not worried about form or anything like that, or switching on your tummy. We're literally just rolling up and down on this thing, okay? And I want you to think about what's happening here, as well as just trying to give the muscles a little massage. What we're trying to do is we're trying to sort of desensitize the nervous system for you, okay? So at the moment when you're sitting, do a couple more, the nerve becomes irritated. When you're in the car and you're in that sitting position for any length of time, your body just doesn't like pressure going down that way. And you know, there's some physio schools of thinking that think the body just becomes maladaptive, and what should usually be considered pressure like this, the body then begins to interpret as pain. So if you can sort of decondition your body or improve its tolerance to having that pressure on it, little piece by piece by piece, by doing this regularly, it might be helpful in preventing how much pain you have. That's it. Okay, so just a few minutes of up and down on the foam roller there. Now we're going to get ourselves up into standing. Put the feet completely tight together. Pause, and I want you to imagine, like up the back of your legs, someone was drawing a seam, like those old-fashioned stockings, okay? So think of someone starting at the ankle and drawing up both sides of the leg, all the way up the back of the thigh, and really feel your legs getting longer and straighter. Now pause here, and you're going to skip up to the back of your head, okay? And think of the back of your neck as if someone's drawing a line up of there now, okay? And just imagine that getting longer and straighter. Stay with that feeling and put 1 foot in front of the other and do your roll downs. So piece by piece, nice and slowly, really tuck the chin in and really let your spine move one piece at a time. Now, when you get to the bottom, I'm going to get you to keep your chin tucked in today. Makes it a little bit harder to balance. Take a breath and then draw the tummy in a lot and come back up. Roll the shoulders back. The very last thing is that head unrolling. Same side. I know it's wobbly, stick with it. If it's just too much, take the feet slightly apart. Breath in, prepare. Think of those seams and breath out. Go. Chin in. You can still leave the arms nice and heavy flopping in front, but keep the chin tucked in, and that's going to help with that activation to really switch on your tummy and curl over. Take a breath. Breathe out. Unroll, let the shoulders go back first and then the head. Change. Think of this as a sit up and standing. So very active through the abdominals. Other foot's in front now. Now you're going to feel stretchy down the back of the legs, particularly the front leg, and that's fine. Just do what feels okay for you. Breath in. Tailbone under, strong center. Now really lengthen through the legs. And then lengthen through the back of the neck, so don't look up too much. Last one, down we go. Wobbling is good. Pause here and come up. Can I just say, wobbling is good, but you know what? Having a mat with like ziggy zags on it, that is not good. I feel like my eyes are going all wonky. Anyway, come up to standing and get long and strong. Kick back. Up onto your tippy toes. Squeezing the back of the legs. Getting the whole body warmed up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick up your weights, whatever you're using. See if I can hold these. Shoulders back. The long arms are being dragged down by the weights. Now, not completely. Be strong, but feel long. Keep going. Up onto those tiptoes. A little bit of control through the abdominals. Don't let them just hang out. Keep going. And we'll go 10 more. 10, 9, 8, it's really 20. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. If you can, take the hands out to the side. They're going to stay there while you circle the hips out. A little bit of movement for the hips. We're only doing 5, 3, 2, last one. Bring the legs tight in together and bring your hands tight together as well. Roll the shoulders back, but see, can you keep the inside of the legs pulling in and the hands. We're just getting those muscles switched on for some of the things we're going to do later for the inside of the legs. Circling the other way, 5 times, other leg. 3, 2, last one. Squeeze the thighs together again. Keep the shoulders wide, but squeeze the arms together. Stay there and breathe. You can put the weights down for now. Take your feet really, a bit wider than hip width now. And your hands just going to drift down. Now, the hips are still in the middle for now. Keep your body open and don't let yourself twist. Hand over, have a little stretch here. Breathe. Breathe into that space and up you come. Great. We're going over again. Let this top hand come over, but keep it more active and reaching this time rather than coming over. And you're going to let your hips go out and back to the center. Out. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit of concentration required. 2 more. Last one. Coming through. Okay, so I'm trying to target mobility at that very lower back for you without it being a strain. If you want to, you can use the weights for this last one. Over and reaching with that arm. Hips are still in the middle for now. And then 5. If you're really strong, you can take the 2 hands up. Oh, the 2 kilos is too hard for me. 3, 2, bit ambitious. Last one. Come down. I should have practiced that with the weights first. Other side, no weights. Arm over, reach down. Now this one, you can let that arm come through and really enjoy breathing in there. Don't twist and come up. This time you're going to add in your little wiggle. So over you come and hips shift, come back. 3, 2, last one. So as well as getting low back mobilization, we're really starting to fire up those obliques. Grab your weights, over, don't twist, stay open, good. And if you can, bring that other hand up, then you're going wiggle, 5, 4, great stuff, 2 more, last one, coming up, breathe, brilliant. Actually, we're going to keep a hold of them. You can let them down for now, but you're going to do like a landing lunge, alternating legs. Now, I know sometimes one of the knees gives you a little bit of trouble, okay? So you don't need to get mega deep with this, but I really want you to feel like you are landing on this leg and you're putting your weight down through it, okay? A little bit of a nod to really building up strength through the bones and right up into the knee joint, okay? Can you keep doing this with the arms out? Now, if you feel you can go a bit lower, well, yeah, take it on into that lunge. But remember, we're still just warming up. So if the knee feels tight or in any way sore, just make it a bit smaller. 3, 2, last one. Now this time you're coming all the way down to the ground. Leave them aside. Hug your big beach ball. Pause here. Now I want the tailbone to be so tucked under that you feel a stretch on this leg that you're kneeling on through the front of the hip flexor. Stay here. Really curl. Breathe. Exhale. On your next in breath, open. Really stick your bum out. Stay there. Open your chest. Make your fingers wider, your arms longer. Back into your curl like someone punched you in the belly. Pause here. Can you wiggle that front leg out a little bit? Breath in, open, and release. Change sides. So put the other foot in front. Check that you're facing dead straight forwards. Hug your big beach ball. Really come over it. Really switch on the tummy and tuck your tail under between your legs. Stay there. We're staying a bit longer than usual. Breathe into it. Next breath in. Open up. Stick your bum out. Yeah, open that chest. Open up your hands. Even open up the breastbone. Hug your beach ball again. Tailbone right under. Tummy in towards spine. Chin in. And on the next breath in, up we come. Well done, that's lovely. Feel that stretch. Fantastic. You can come all the way down to the mat, lying on your front. all the way down. Nice and easy. Kick, 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 and down. Kick, kick, kick. I really want you to try and go for the point, flex, point, point, flex, point, okay? And I want you to get the foot as close to your bum as you really can, okay? So we're not doing it just, I don't know why you would be making that noise, but you know what I mean. Point, flex, point, effort, and down. Okay. So if you find that your low back is a bit troublesome, you might want to stay down here doing this and just do this purely as an exercise for strengthening up the back of the hamstrings. If you feel you could, come on up, and I think you can, onto these elbows under shoulders, pick up the rib cage, and there's a hint of picking your belly button up from the mat, okay? You're not all the way up here, but you've got the feeling that you might lift your pelvis. Let's go. Now it gets harder to get the heel or the foot closer to the bottom. If you keep picking up your tummy, that's what we're after. So it's the co-contraction of using your core, but strengthening through the back of yourself, that leg, which gives you a lot of trouble, okay? Keep picking up that tummy. Push through the elbows. You know, you're good through that top half. You shouldn't have much to worry about. She says, and talking and trying to do point, flex, point as well. Point, flex, point. Last one, either side. Squeeze the foot up and come all the way down. Pause here, take a little breath. If you can you catch this foot and stretch through the front of your quads? Yeah, now if it's too much to catch the foot, you can always hold on to the trouser leg, something like that, or loop something around your leg. Make sure you're not pulling the foot out to the side, it's straight up. And you should feel it stretch down the front of your thigh. Keep holding. And change sides. Lovely. Stay there. 5 more seconds. Okay. Now, well done. We're going to come up, but we're going to get the really hard work out of the way here. I'll just pop this back on. So I know you're well able to come up into plank. So we're going to do a little bit of that. But while you're up here, you're going to bring the knee in towards the chest and back out and in and back out. You'll still stay in your straight line. So you're not doing this. The bum's not going up and down. You're still just staying in the straight line and bringing your knee in a little and out. Give it a go. You can always just come back to staying straight in plank. Get ready. Breath in. Hands are in front of you a little. Breath out. Come out into your long straight line. Now we're not in a rush. And we're going to do the left leg first. Strong tummy. And breathe out, knee up. Back to straight. Come up. Back to straight. And 3, 2, last one, you can do it. Knees down. Take the weight off the hands. Turn your palms up. And I want you just to let your bum wiggle side to side. Yeah. So you're not really pressing through the hands at all. The weight is quite far back onto your bum. And we're mobilizing again through those hips and low back. Take a breath in, get ready to come back up to plank. And through, strong and straight, other leg. 5, lengthen it out, just hover. 4, 3, how you doing? Keep going. Last one. Knees down, They can be a little bit apart. Hands up. Take the weight off the hands. Wiggle your bum. 6, 5. If your knee is a bit too dodgy for this, just stay up a bit higher and really try and stick your bum out side to side. Well done. Can we do one more set each side? Come on, you can do it. Breath in. Long and strong. Tummy on. And 5. Stretch it out. Long arms. Strong center. And 2. Last one. Knees down. Palms up. Breathe. Stick your bum out. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Breath in. Make sure shoulders are directly under hands when you get out into this strong plank. And other leg. 5. Use your tummy. 3, 2. Last one. Keep breathing. Knees down. Palms up. Now when you get here, I should have said, completely let your belly go. And you're just wiggling. 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to be delighted to get a little lie down now on your side, okay? But you're still in this plank shape. Big, long, straight line. Yeah? From here, you're going to go into your side kicks. Kick forwards, coming back. Now we're coming back to this point and flex idea, all right? You're trying to keep very strong, but starting to stretch the back of this leg a little bit as you come up. If you're too wobbly, you can always bend that bottom leg to give you a little bit more stability. Coming back. Keep it going. And 2. Last one. Now this is where you need either one of these or your rolled up pair of socks. Okay, so we're still doing this forward and back action, but now your knee is bent. Long and strong. Make sure that shoulder's back, tummy's activated, and through. And come back. Don't worry about point and flex anymore. Through and come back. So what we're doing is we're really working on your core strength. So you're not curling and arching as your leg does this, okay? You're just staying super neutral through that middle. How far can you come? Can the knee go a tiny bit more than you think it can without losing it? And how far can you go back? Let's take it really slowly for this one. Squeeze the bum. Can you edge back a little? Good. Let's keep it that slow for the next 2. Come up, come up, come up. Don't curl. Keep your back steady. Now come back. Don't arch now. Squeeze the bum. Let the front hip open. Last time. And come through. Nice one. Take your weight or your balled up socks out, but if you have the weight, it would be good if you grab it now, okay? And you're just going to hold that straight up above you here, all right? And that's just going to act as a nice, almost a nice little indicator for you if you're rolling or you're going off course. And can you let this top leg come over, okay? Now, ideally, I would like you to do this, but I don't know if you've got enough hip mobility, okay? If you can open up the knee and put the foot on the floor, great. But if not, just come over. You might benefit from putting a little cushion or pillow under that leg. And we're going to lift up the bottom leg, okay? And, yep. I want you to squeeze that inner thigh. Do you remember when we were standing up earlier and we worked at really squeezing the inner thighs together? So that's the feeling that I want you to have with that bottom leg now. The standing leg and the hand are doing nothing but just hanging out here. And you're trying not to let them move too much, okay? If you've got this knee folded down, keep going with the inside leg. That's fine. It's still just staying nice and still. And you're trying not to do too much bunching up through the waist. Hold your leg up here. Yeah? Flex, point, flex, point. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stay there. Flex. Come up, but don't let the leg all the way down. And hover. Hover. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. How are you doing? Hopefully you feel it on the inside of your thigh. And let yourself have a little rest. I think we'll just go straight into doing these on the other side. So just switch ends. Long in that shape of your plank again. Now you can always have a pillow under here if you don't want to lie on your arm, if that's not comfortable for you, no problem. Get that long shape. Side kicks coming forward. We're doing flex and point. And I want you to feel at this stage that you're starting to stretch out the back of these hamstrings a little bit, okay? You can use this top hand in front of you for a little bit of balance, but it's really just like a little spider touch, not a whole taking all the weight there. Pause here. Now, if you can, you're going to take your weight up above, forwards, and back. Good stuff. 2, and last one. Now, put that in behind or stick something in behind there. Keep this strong. Hopefully you've still got something else you can put in your hand. And through. Coming back. Yep, so we're doing this one a little bit slower and a little bit more thoughtfully. How much movement can you get out of this hip without losing your core? That's what I think we really need to concentrate on. And when you start to bring this leg back, can you switch on your bum at all? Okay, so can you really squeeze as you go back, or is it hard to activate that? Okay, think about that. And come forward, you've got 4 more. Squeeze back, good. Now if the hip's a bit clunky, don't worry about that as long as it's not sore. Squeeze, and 2, super stuff. Last one, if it gets crampy down the back of the leg, obviously just have a little rest, okay? Now, again, if you can open this top leg up and leave it there, great. If not, put something under it, cushion or something, and let it lay over the top here while you do your inner leg lifts, all right? So I'm going to try and work a little bit on hip mobility on this side, and I've still got my weight up above. I want to get a little bit of action through the arms and shoulders there. Lifting up and down. Now it's really tempting when you get here that there's going to be a bit of just wiggling. You're rolling on and off that hip. So that's why I've got this arm up here, so that you can look up and really check if that's swaying down and up or from side to side. And the inner thigh is squeezing up and back down. 4 more. Good, keep breathing. And 2, last one. Hold it up there. Flex, point, flex, point. 8, 7, stay steady. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there, stay flexed. Can you just lift up and come back down? Keep it going, just hover, not all the way to the ground. 4 more. 4, 3, keep that top knee open if you're there. 2, last one. Let your leg down, let your arm down. Great, and you're going to allow yourself to roll all the way over onto your back net. Lovely. Now, from here, you're just going to take right leg in towards your chest. Stretch out the back of that hamstring as much as feels okay for you. Now, this is where we're starting to edge into things carefully, okay? So a big, long, sustained stretch that's going to pull on your sciatic nerve, this is not going to be helpful. But lots of repeated, gentle movement will be helpful. So take the leg up just until there's a bit of a stretch. We're going to leave the foot flexed, so we're not going to do flex and point this time, but pull those toes up towards you until there's a stretch in the calf. Now let your head roll all the way towards me. Let it really flop right at the end of the movement. Now go the other direction. Let your head stay in contact with the floor the whole time. Let it really drop to the end of that head turn. Your leg is still stretching, foot is still flexed. And then let your face come back to looking up towards the ceiling. Let your knee fold. Let your chin tuck in, but the head doesn't pick up off the floor. It's a bit of a double chin gig here, okay? And then let that leg stretch out and let your head look back a little. Chin in, foot down. Look up, leg stretch. Chin in, foot down. Look up, leg stretch. And 2. And look. Last one. I hope that makes sense. And let that leg down and let it completely rest on the floor. Okay? Just stay there and let that just soak into your body. Now you're going to change sides. So just gently ease that leg you've just stretched back in, plant it down. Left thigh coming up to rest on your belly. Stretch up a little, flex the foot. Now, it should feel a little stretchy, but no sharp pain. Look all the way over, keeping your head in contact and completely supported by the floor. All the way through to the other side. And it should just feel heavy at your head. Pull the toes, feel the stretch in your calf, and then let your face drift back up towards the ceiling. Let the knee fold and let the chin come in like a double chin, back of your skull still in contact with the mat. And then looking overhead, your chin will stick up, your head will move a little, and then come back down. So it's a nod down, and then a look back, and your leg is going in and out, and you've just got one more. Don't go too fast, you'll get a bit dizzy or sicky. And through. Now, let that leg completely flop down straight and let the floor support you. Breathe and let everything go floppy. Just for a moment. Edge that left leg back in. The right leg is going to stretch up towards the ceiling again. Now, this time I want it to be straight. ish. If you can straighten it, great. And you're going to come across your body a little, okay? And then just out to the side. And go out as much as you can. Open up that inside part of your thigh as much as you can. And then come all the way in and across. And then back. Open it out. Now at home, it might be tricky to get enough space to do this. I'm more interested in the across part than I am of the opening out. So don't worry if you haven't got enough room to let this whole thing happen. Okay? And change sides. So try and make it straight, coming across. Now there's going to be a little bit of movement of the body. That's okay. Coming across. I don't want you to completely roll off the shoulder, but otherwise, I don't mind if there's a bit of pelvis movement. Come across, even move your ankle a little bit, see what that feels like. Feels slightly bad, but good. One more, come across and back, great. Back to the center. Now, these legs should feel, hopefully, a little bit freer and more mobile after all that. Now get ready to really switch on through the strong abdominals. Melt the rib cage, let the collarbones open, and draw that low tummy together and in towards your spine. Now your pelvis is going to stay completely steady, okay? And if it's helpful for you to put something onto your tummy to really make sure it doesn't move, go for it. Okay, now that leg, the first leg, the right leg is going to go up straight again, and you're going to hip circle. Make it as small or as big as you want to. Out, down, across, and up, without the pelvis moving. Out, draw your tummy in, down, across, don't let your pelvis move, and up. Now, you can flex or point your foot. If I keep pointing my foot, it tends to just cramp. So that's why I'm so into doing a lot of this point and flex, because I just can't keep pointing my foot. But if you feel it gets that feeling of being longer, better if you point your foot, then go for it. It's just a personal preference for each one of us, really. Now, this is an abdominal stability exercise. So although we're bringing in the leg element for you, focus most on this, keeping it super, super steady. Okay, replace. Other side, abdominals, and come across. And then we'll go out, down, across, and up. Out. So the standing knee should remain completely perfect, okay? It's not falling out or in. That left leg's just going off on a little walk. It's like going down to the spar and coming back. I don't know where it's going. Across and up. Keep going, strong centered. Out, down, across and up. Two more. Out, down, across and up. Last one. Out, down, across and up. Okay, very well done. So for you, that shouldn't be too challenging for the low tummy, okay? So let's see if we can ramp things up a little bit with that for you, okay? So from here, we're going to do, we do single leg stretch, okay? Where we do leg up and out. Strong center, up and out. And one more, and out, okay? But can you come up into a little bit of an abdo prep and then go scoop round a little bit with the hands and back to the center. 2 small circles with the hands and back and through and come back. You got the idea? And if you feel that you could, you're going to bring both legs in, okay? Come up into your abdo prep and then hands float up. Get ready, everything out, scoop round with the hands, everything back in. chin in, strong tummy, scoop everything back in, just 2 more, and through. Keep an eye on that tummy, make sure it's still drawing in, and all the way back. 1 foot down, other foot down, unroll that head, and let your head rest completely, okay? Now the head might be what gets tired before anything else. So there's always alternatives. So let's go over to the left side now, single leg stretch, and come back. So I've still got my head on the floor here. So if you really want to go for the double leg, but keep the head down, you can. If you want to do head up, abdo prep, and do the arms, scoop. We've got 2 more, chin in, and round, and last one. And then your final is the head and both the legs up, but you could always just do the arms and the legs, but keep the head down if you'd rather. It's still a great little bit of work for your lower abdominals. You've just got 2 more. If you feel you can bring the head up, go for it. Scoop, and last one. And hug the knees, take a breath, and all the way through. Up on your perch again, hands float, and roll down. Scoop, over, and then reach up. And hands round, and come down. Now, if you feel you could go all the way down to the floor here, and then arms will go overhead, go for it. And then through, scoop on over, and reach up. So we won't do the scoop out actually. Let's just do curl down, because I think you can do this. Take your time, chin in. And I think you could probably even do it with a weight. Don't let the weight go right back to the floor. It'll be a bit too jerky on the shoulders. So you can let it come back to about here, and then scoop, over, over, over. Now reach up, grow tall, and scoop. Control it. Long, strong arms. Don't rush this middle section. Take your time. And back. Exhale, scoop. Up you come. Strong center. And through. Pause here. Okay. Now, if we really wanted to put all the jigsaw pieces together for all that leg work that you've done, you would stretch one leg out. Okay. And then scoop. And over. And through. And up. Okay, if you feel you can. If it's too tight down the back of the leg, keep the 2 knees bent. Through, scoop. Inhale. Strong curl, tummy in, all the way in that C shape, and stretch through. 1 more with this leg. If you're doing the leg out straight, really curl. Don't flop to the floor. It's got to be nice and controlled. And coming up, chin in. Reach, switch legs if you're doing one leg. And curl through, piece by piece by piece, back to the floor. Arms over, scoop up, roll, just like you've practiced doing many times with your roll downs and standing. It's just that, just to feel nice, that movement of your spine. Last time, and through. Yeah, great stuff. Let your weight down, bring your heels in, get ready for bridge. So just the same as we've been doing that articulation for your roll up, now you're going to start from the bottom. Tailbone, and really feel like your spine is a string of pearls that you're lifting one by one by one. Can you stay here? Really squeeze your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let that leg come back down, piece by piece by piece. Walk your feet in until they're completely together. Breath in. Same thing, lifting the spine like a string of pearls. Squeeze through both sides of your bottom. Now can you get there and keep those ribs soft, but stretch one leg out. Don't let your bum drop. And you might even do a little kick. 4, 3, push down on that standing heel. 2, last one. Fold the other leg in again and back down piece by piece. Stay there, take a little breath, roll up again, push down firmly into that right foot this time. Release your left leg, it's just going to float on out there. Kick up. 5, keep your bum off the floor. 4, ribs are soft, lifting up with the bum, not the ribs. 2, last one. Fold the foot back in, roll down, breath in. How are you doing? Do you think you can go for one more set each leg? Give it a try. Breath in. You know what you're doing now. Keep those ribs melted. I hope you know what I mean. Float. And 5, 4, push down hard on the standing leg. 3, stretch the other leg. 2, last one, come on. You're working your whole self here, okay? So the front and the back of that deep core are keeping you stable. Stretch out. 5, 4, keep it going. Stay strong, really push into that standing leg. Squeeze your bum. Last one. Fold. Nice and easy. Hug your knees, both sides. Spread your back out on the mat by going side to side. And then just settle in. Okay, last little bit of work for these deep abdominals, okay? Let's just see how you go. Double hip twist. So, you're used to doing this. I just want to give you a couple of variations. So I think you've got enough shoulder movement that you can put both hands up into this cactus shape, which makes it a little bit harder. Your trunk has got to work. On the toes, knees glued together, and over we go. Pause here, inhale, exhale. Another breath, and back to the center. Now, can you do that, but with your knees up in this tabletop position? Soft ribs, and over. Go as far as you can without the shoulder lifting off on this side. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, stay there. One more breath. And then wind in with your strong tummy. Yep, I'm just going to go this way so you can see exactly what's happening. Arms are up. It's probably not a brilliant view. Maybe I'll go this way. Breath in. And exhale over. You're going to the same side. Yep, so using your tummy, control it, knees together. Exhale. One more breath in. And then use your strong tummy to come back to the middle. And again. Yep, so really draw the belly button in towards the spine. One more inhale. And back through. One foot down, other foot down. And I want you to let one leg just flop completely out to the side now. So you've got that open out feeling through the shoulders and through the hips. Stay there, breathe into it. And you're going to go both legs. You can go on the tippy toes, or I think you can manage this fine up into tabletop. Other side, exhale over. Use your tummy. Stay there, inhale. Exhale, tummy still drawn in. One more breath. And reel yourself back in. Pause in the center, check your head is heavy. Exhale over. Really use your trunk, don't roll off, breathe. And out. One more inhale. Strong center, back through. We're going to go for 3 more. If you're getting tired, you've always got the option to put one foot down, or put both your feet down onto the tiptoes rather. If you feel I'm doing fantastic and I would like to have a big finish, you can always take the legs over and then stretch that top leg out. And come back and take your breath in and breathe out, return. Last time. And knees together. Don't let the shoulder come up. And stretch if you feel you can. Come back. Strong tummy. One foot down, other foot down. And let whatever side you've been going towards, for the left for me, let that knee flop out. And enjoy that feeling of being flopped open through the shoulders and through the hip. And then if you can, just let both knees flop open now. Stay with that for 2 full breaths in now. How are you doing? Okay. All the way over onto your side. Up into a nice high kneeling position. You're going to need your balled up socks or put a pair of socks on if you haven't done already, okay? Long and strong, that's the relaxing part over. Hamstring sliders. Slide your foot out and then drag it back in towards you. So ideally, you're going to be on a slippy floor for this, or you're going to have to put something under your foot, like a tray or something shiny that you can slide your leg out and in on. Slide out, drag in. Yep, slide out, so there's a little stretch, drag in, pause here. Get your weights. Slide out, drag in. Slide out, drag in. 4 more. Drag the heel. Now keep your center strong. Don't let yourself start to sit back on your bum. Stay right up on that knee if you can. I've lost where we are. 2 more. Last time. Through. Well done. Quick put on of the sock to the other side. Now, this really is a great exercise for you to get a lot of boxes ticked, okay? You're working on that strong center, staying perched up on this knee. You're working on hamstring mobility and strength as you drag back in. You're getting a little bit of resistance work through the arms, and you're also working on your balance. 3 and 2. Drag it through. Last one. Drag in. Weights down. And float all the way back up into standing. You're going to finish where you started with your legs nice and tight together. Your hands are going to feel free to just drift up now. Let them rest on your long, tall spine. Switch on any tension in those shoulders and then let it drop. Let your hands float up and just let your left hand come down and look all the way down towards it. And then let it float back up. Change sides. Just a little bit of care for this neck as the hands drift down now. Can you let your head just tip to your left side? Leave it there for a breath. Breathe in, let it float. Breathe out, let it tip over to the other side. Hold it there, breath. Come back. Roll those shoulders back. Legs wide. Hug on your beach ball again, but it's going to be nice and easy this time. Okay? A little bit of a flow through. It's going to feel more like you've let go of the beach ball. You're still at the beach, but you're in the waves now. And there's a wave coming over this way and then go back that way. Nice and easy. Great stuff. And a little gentle step back. Step back. Open up the front of the hips. It's quite a lot of work doing that double leg stretch for those hip flexors, so they might feel a little bit tired tomorrow. And then we're going to do a little bit of toes up, toes up. Can you go into a bow? Keep the trunk long, but still do the toes up, just for 2 more. Take the legs wide, but stay in that bow and just come forwards. So it's a flat back this time. You're not curling. So just go as far as your body will allow and then come up. And then for the last little bit of work, just to see how you're doing, you're going to do that same thing, but on one leg, okay? So you'll take your bow, and the back leg will just come up like a seesaw. You can let the hands down, control it, and then back up. Well, what do you think? Tip forwards. Through you go. Try and get it that the seesaw is level, and then come up. Switch sides. Now, I actually think this is easier if you have a weight in your hand. It's supposed to make it harder, but it helps me with my balance to have a weight in the hand. And then come up. You're getting a nice little bit of a finisher for the back of those legs there, the standing leg. It's controlling. I can't look over and talk to you while I'm doing it. That would just be a step too far. And your body should stay in a straight line. So I'm not sure if mine is doing that because I can't look around. So let's hope for the best. You get the idea. And I think for you, that's a lovely little tester, okay? Just to see what that, putting everything together, core strength and that hamstring mobility, okay? So from there, let's just do a few nice big breaths to finish. Big breath in, maybe feet apart a little. Breath out, let everything release. Give the legs a little wiggle. Breath in, and all the way out. Last one. And out. Well done. Great work. Now, that's no picnic. And just see what you think. It might feel a lot to do in the one go, so you might do a little bit of it, and then, you know, you might come back, pause it, do another bit another day. But I really value you as one of my clients that's been with me for such a long time. And so I hope you like this program, and I really hope it's helpful for you, Annette. You know, I would love to just keep you feeling really good. And I know it's just not the same when we don't have the classes in person, but thank you for keeping up with me with the online stuff. And so hopefully we'll just continue, and I will see you soon. But thanks for sticking with it. Bye.